Hey y'all, it's Sierra, aka Capricorn Moon Goddess, back with another video for you all. So this may be a rant and readings style video where I just kind of go on a rant and also pull some cards, or it might just be a rant. I really don't know the direction of this video and where it's going to go, because I'm a little bit nervous about doing this video because I don't want to upset anyone by doing this video. So the message overall for this video is do not give up. Sorry, my phone's going off. That was confirmation right there. Confirmation. Do not give up, okay? I feel like a lot of the times it may be hard to accept the motivational messages that you receive from people on social media, or that you receive from people. Y'all, I slept wrong and my side is hurting so bad. So if I wince, or if you see me go like, ugh, it's because my side is really, it hurts to breathe right now. So anyways, I think sometimes it's hard to accept messages from people on social media or people in your life that you feel like are doing well. When people that seemingly are in a great space in life, or they are at least at a level where you are trying to get, sometimes when they try to give you motivational messages, it's kind of like, it's hard to accept from them because you may feel like you're not in the space that I'm in. You're not going through what I'm going through right now. If you have been through certain things, you made it through. You made it through the storm. So of course, you're able to speak from a space of positivity. You may even feel like sometimes the messages are toxic positivity, meaning basically they are unreasonable, okay? Or they're expecting for you to be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but they're not realizing just how long that tunnel is, just how long that journey is. So it may feel like people are talking to you from a high horse. People are talking to you from a space of being so far above you that it's impossible for them to understand. A good analogy would be like, you know how when you work for a corporation and there's different levels of management, and a lot of the times there will be certain rules put into place, or there's a certain process that'll get put into place, and it doesn't make sense. It makes your job harder. It's not helpful to customers. It just causes a lot more problems, but it's coming from people that are so far removed from the job, from what you have to do day to day. They're over there making decisions and they don't really know what they're doing because they're so far removed. They're so high up. So how are they going to tell you how to do the job? How are they going to tell you how you need to be empathetic and positive and, you know, all this different stuff they come up with, but they're steady creating things that make it harder. So sometimes it may feel like the people that are doing these tarot messages or motivational messages or inspirational messages or preaching or whatever it is, it may feel like they're unrelatable. That was a really long way of me trying to explain that you may feel like those people can't relate to you, okay? And so I'm here to give you all some information about some of the things that I not only have gone through, but I'm going through currently. A lot of the times, the people that are giving you encouragement, the genuine ones, because there's always bad apples, but they're speaking from a space of being able to relate to you. They are sometimes going through the very thing that you're going through, and they're having to wake up and encourage themselves every day. So not only are they speaking to you, they're speaking to themselves, okay? just to let y'all in and be vulnerable. Y'all know I got a Capricorn moon, and I got Capricorn all over my birth chart, right? That's my joke about how I don't have a heart and I don't have emotions. That's not true, y'all. So I'm going to be vulnerable with y'all and let y'all know I'm in a very uncomfortable space in my life right now. I literally have been waking up crying probably for the whole month, okay? I wake up, I cry, I sit there, I let it out. One thing I don't agree with as far as people that are trying to be motivational is when they try to make you ignore your feelings. I don't believe in, oh, well, just push that immediately. If you feel like crying or if you feel sad, push that out of your mind. Don't think about it. I don't believe in that. So I will actually go through the process of crying. I will go through the process of releasing. I will get my frustrations out. But immediately after that, I will get my notebook. I'm looking at it right now, and I will start writing down my affirmations. I will start writing down speaking power over myself, speaking power over my life. I have to keep going. And even though it may feel like I'm going and I'm going and I'm going nowhere fast, you have to keep going. There is no other option. I'm going to tell y'all something else. I've said this in other videos. I suffer from suicidal ideation. The first time I heard that term was from a psychologist when I was younger. I really don't know how old I was, probably a preteen. And I used to have like suicidal thoughts, but not necessarily I want to kill myself. It would be more so like I don't want to be here anymore. So I'm exploring the options. I'm analyzing. I'm coming from a space of analyzing. I'm analyzing what are the different ways I could not be here anymore? What will happen if I were to do that? What would be the side effects? What if it doesn't work and I'm a vegetable for the rest of my life? So I'm literally would just be thinking about that process, but not necessarily I'm about to go do it. I came from a Christian background, so you going to hell if you kill yourself. That's what they told us. So I'm like, I ain't trying to leave hell to go to hell 2.0, like hell on earth to go to like real hell. So I never ever was going to do that. I also thought about how it would affect my family and my friends and people that loved me, and I would never want to put them through having to grieve or blaming themselves or anything like that. So there are people out there that are not going to commit suicide. They're not anywhere close to doing it, but they think about it a lot. So that is what suicidal ideation is. You just think about it a lot. You analyze it. You go over the different scenarios and what could happen. And for the most part, your conclusion is, I'm not going to do it. That's not going to make anything better. Okay. So I suffer from that. And it is, I guess I should turn my phone on. Anyway. So the thing is, I think about it a lot, and there are times where I wake up and I'm thinking about it, but I'm not going to do it. At the end of the day, that's not the answer. That's not going to make things better. And I just have no choice but to keep going. You have no choice. Are you going to take yourself out? Are you going to do something that lands you in trouble? Are you going to take out your anger on other people? So at the end of the day, the logical choice, the only choice that you have when you are thinking rationally, is to keep going. So I'm here to let you know that even though you may feel like giving up, please do not give up. Think about the people that were in similar situations to yours and how they made it through. A lot of the times we see the end results of the work people have done, but we don't see what they had to go through to get there. So we kind of minimalize their experience and we feel like it was easy for you. You didn't have to go through everything I had to go through. Understand people, ooh, ow, my side. Understand that people don't necessarily tell you, oh my God, like all the aches and the pains. Literally, I have like aches and pains that I'm going through right now. People don't always tell you all the aches and the pains and the turmoil that they had to go through to get to where they are. Sometimes it can't even be put into words because it was so much. A lot of the times people are operating from survival mode. So they've gone through so much trauma to get to where they are, but they haven't even fully processed it themselves because they had to compartmentalize it, put it on the back burner because they had to survive. They had to do things to survive. And one of the things that I'm having to learn, one of the lessons I'm having to learn right now, and it is kicking my butt, I'm not going to lie, is to not operate out of survival mode, not operate out of fight or flight, okay? I need to get my vagus nerve intact, okay? I feel like I get way too much adrenaline when, you know, situations aren't as serious as they may seem to me. I tend to over dramatize. So I'm a Libra sun, okay? And it's funny because I go through counseling. I've been to counseling. And my counselor told me, like, you see things in extremes. It's either this extreme or that extreme. There's no in between with me. So a lot of the times I'm in survival mode. A lot of the times I'm putting unnecessary pressure on myself. And I am being put through the test of going through hardships and troubled times, but being able to not react to it in a fight or flight survival mode type of way, and to be calm, to rest assured. Ooh, that hurt. I'm sorry, y'all. This really, really hurts. To rest assured that I've given my troubles, my battles to my higher power, to my spirit guides, to my angels, my ancestors. I've done the manifestation work. I've sown the seeds. I've done the physical work that needs to be done for me to be successful. And now is the time for me to rest assured and operate from a state of having peace of mind. And having peace of mind and being able to maintain peace of mind even when there's turmoil going on all around me. My survival mode is trying to kick in. My fight or flight is trying to kick in. I am trying to go to the strategy board and come up with different strategies, come up with a plan B. I'm a backup plan kind of person. I got a backup plan for my backup plan. And I am being challenged to operate from a state of peace of mind. And I don't have a backup plan because I don't need a backup plan because I am a master manifester. And ow. You know, I'm going to take the aches and the pains as confirmation when I said I'm a master manifester. Ooh, okay. I'm powerful. My mind is powerful. I have put in the energy and the effort into helping other people and building other people up, and I'm going to get that back. The gag is, it's most likely not going to be from the people that I actually helped. And that's another situation that I'm going through right now. So right now I am not in a good space with my mom. I did not want to do this video because I felt like I was going to have to talk about it. And, you know, what happens in this house stays in this house. That's you know, how I grew up. You don't talk about stuff on social media. You don't tell people your business. You don't tell people when something's going wrong in your life or in your relationship, or whether it's familial, friendship, or romantic. You don't do that. But I'm being placed in a position of having to share my journey. Like I said, a lot of times you don't get to go through people's journey with them and see how they got to where they got to. You just see the end result, and you don't see what all they had to go through to get there. So I have been called to share my journey, and it's a very uncomfortable position to be in. So if you think that I get any pleasure or joy out of sharing bad things that happen in my life or things that people have done to me and getting on a public platform and doing that, I don't get joy out of that. I don't find satisfaction out of that. But at the end of the day, there's people out there who are going through what I'm going through, and they need to know that they're not by themselves. They need to know that they're not alone. I have been fortunate enough to be placed in a position where I receive external validation when there's a situation that happens between me and my mom. If I'm on the right side of things, people will tell me that. The people that are close to us, they will let me know that, and they will let her know that, and vice versa. But there are some people out there who don't have that external validation. So they're made to feel like they're crazy. They're made to feel like they're dramatic. They're made to feel like they are overly sensitive. They're made to feel like they're wrong when they're not. And people like me have been put in positions to put ourselves on blast, essentially, and let people know you're not alone, okay? Sometimes people do need external validation, and they need that in the form of hearing other people's stories. And the thing about life and the thing about your story is it's going to include other people, because we interact with other people. We go through things with other people. And I challenge anyone who has a problem with somebody telling their story on a public platform or at all. Think about the role you play in that story, because sometimes in order for somebody to tell their story, they have to explain other people's roles in the story, and it's not to put you on blast or make you look bad. I have to be able to tell my own story. Is it fair for me not to be able to tell my own story and reach the people that I'm supposed to reach because I have to expose you in order to tell my story? I don't think that's fair. Do I think that there are some things that you need to keep to yourself and not put on a public platform? Yes. But that's up to the person that's experiencing it. So maybe if we thought about what it would look like for our actions to be exposed before we took a certain action, maybe we wouldn't act in ways that are harmful to other people or harmful to ourselves. If your reputation is that important to you, then you really need to be careful about the way you treat people, period. We're in a world, in a society where things are recorded, things are put on blast. People are talking about stuff on social media. People are connecting. We're in, whether you want to, because, you know, I've had family members like, y'all millennials, why y'all got to put everything on online? This is the world, okay? It is. Y'all gonna have to get with the program. There was a lot of toxicity that continued for generation to generation to generation because what happened in this house stayed in this house. And because secrets were kept. And because people were protected. And because people's reputations had to be a certain thing. So you couldn't really be truthful about how that person treated you. That is starting to come to an end. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell y'all. Somebody can get online and say they exposing me right now, and guess what? It's not going to faze me. Because I know how I've treated people. The only thing that would upset me about that is if somebody got online and started lying. Don't lie on me now. You know, people got selective memories and all that. Don't lie. But ow. Oh my goodness. Wow, I cannot believe like sleeping the wrong way. I wasn't even sleeping. I was in my bed and I was working on some products on my laptop. And I think the way that I was laying / sitting was just not the right way. So, and it was for hours. So I've been having pain in my side. But that's another message because I need to stop trying to work when I should be resting. So what I'm going to do is stop working in my bed. If I can't get up and come sit at the table or my desk, then that's when I need to take a break because I have problems taking a break. And now I am like suffering. Anyways, you can expose me all you want to because I didn't expose myself for the most part. Anyway, I tell people what my issues are. I tell people I've had suicidal ideation. I tell people that sometimes I react to things in an extreme way. I tell people that I can overanalyze things. I tell people when I'm struggling. I'm doing a video right now telling y'all I wake up crying every day. What is there to expose unless you're about to tell some lies? That's the thing about people that are fake. It's better to be your authentic self because can't nobody spray you with your own tea, as they say on the reality shows. Can't nobody spray you with your own tea when you already put it out there, okay? I am who I am. I am not perfect. I am not claiming to be perfect. I am ever evolving. So yes, I'm going through problems with my mom right now. We never had the best relationship. But I understand why. I understand her. I understand the things that she's gone through in her life that make her who she is today. I understand myself and how I will sometimes, I know how to get under people's skin. Okay. I know how to play chess and not checkers. I know how to, I'm not going to give you the reaction you want. To be honest, being really calm really bothers people a lot. Like, I know how to get under your skin if I need to. I know how to be petty if I need to. But the thing is, you have to push me there. You have to really push me to that point. So my mother and I never had a good relationship. It's always been some underlying tension. And I have just accepted her for who she is. I'm not going to get into the stories unless somebody want to come try to challenge me. Then I can get into details, okay? But this most recent situation, I feel like she kind of played me a little bit. I feel like she betrayed me. I feel like she kind of used me a little bit. And it was a situation where I was trying to be helpful and I don't think it was appreciated. Proper credit was not given to what I contributed to a certain situation. And it happened before, and I should have learned my lesson. It happened with her before. Basically, I was trying to bond with her. I was trying to help to build our relationship by helping her with something, even though it was something that was kind of stepping on my toes a little bit as far as business. So this has to do with business. It was stepping on my toes a little bit. Something that she wanted to do, some things that she wanted to do. And it was she came to me under the guise of we were going to work together. And so I put a lot of energy and time into helping her with some things with an S. And then she kind of just left me behind. Like, literally took credit for my work before, like, and this was going on over a span of years, a couple years, and I was just like, well, did I express that I didn't like it? I did. It wasn't taken seriously, so I kind of just rolled with it and was like, well, whatever. I'm just gonna play nice because I could see why she would want to elevate in this particular area. So I'm just going to help. And I ended up getting triggered a couple of weeks ago, I think. I ended up getting triggered by the situation. And I did kind of call her out. I called her out, but like in subliminals on social media. So it was like nobody knew who I was talking about, but I was just expressing my frustrations with her and several other people. It wasn't just her. And that just started like this storm of, it basically ended with her telling me like, we're done. We do not have a relationship. I'm done. You'll never hear from me again. You're psycho, you're crazy, you're a lunatic. Like, she just was calling me names. She doesn't remember the details the same way I do. She got selective memory. And let me tell you, it ain't her truth, his truth, somewhere in the middle. It's not my truth and her truth. It's the truth. What I remember is what happened. What I remember is the truth. She doesn't remember certain things, so she feels justified in the actions that she took. Like I said, I've gotten external validation from several people who know us and like friends who don't know her at all, and people that know us. Everybody seems to understand where she went wrong but her. Okay? And I did share text messages with, I'm not gonna say who, so she can't get mad at that person, but I shared the text thread with somebody and they was just like, I don't see why did she start calling you all these names? Like, what did you say to her to warrant that reaction? I got a really extreme reaction out of her because I called her out subliminally. No, nobody even knew who I was talking about. But I didn't tell no lies. I was frustrated. I explained to her I was frustrated. I'm triggered. You know, sometimes you can't do people wrong and tell them how to react to it. And if I want to go on social media and send a subliminal shot, I ain't even really sending shots to you. I'm just expressing myself. I could care less if you see it or not. But I'm expressing myself, but I'm still not saying who I'm talking about, what I'm talking about. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Y'all don't even know what I'm talking about right now. But you, the person that she knew who I was talking about because she knew the situation. Hit dogs will holler type of thing. So because she didn't like that, or the thought of being exposed, I'm basically dead to her. It wasn't even that serious. The person that should be hurt in a situation is me. I guarantee y'all, if I tell y'all this story, you're going to be like, yeah, she was wrong. It ain't no black and white. I mean, it ain't no gray areas. Like, it's just right and wrong. So because she could not control me, because she doesn't want me to post stuff on social media, she does that often, where, take that off. I saw you wrote something bad about your job. Take that off social media. You don't put that on there. Like, because she couldn't control me, because I was like, I'm gonna put what I want to put on my social media. What you can do is unfriend me if you want to. You ain't gotta be looking at what I post, but you're not gonna tell me what to post. So I was on her phone line at the time. I paid my own phone bill and I paid for my own phone, but I was on her phone line. It was just like that since I was younger, and I just would give her the money every month. She got mad at me for posting subliminals on Facebook, so she turned my phone off. I was without a phone for 2 days. This was Mother's Day weekend. I was without a phone for 2 days. It would have been longer had people not kept telling her to turn my phone back on. I ended up having to get another phone so now I have my own phone on my own, under my own name. And she turned it on after I got another phone. It took the phone like 3 days to get here, so I was still able to use the phone that she had turned off. She turned it back on. I was able to use that until I got my new phone. But it was a possibility that I was going to be without a phone for 5 days, because I ordered the phone online, because it was like an awkward time at night, like Saturday night, when I was waiting for her to turn it back on, and she wasn't doing it, so I finally got another phone. And I had to wait 3 days for it to come. So I could have been without a phone for 5 days, but I was without a phone for 2 days. And then she turned it back on because people kept telling her to turn it back on. And from what I'm hearing, she feels like she did something good. Like she did me a favor for turning a phone back on that I paid for. She ain't paying my bill. She wasn't paying my bill. She got an extra bill to pay now, though, because she still got to pay for the phone. Which I told her, I was like, you still gonna have to pay for this phone. So, because I'm not paying for the phone now. I got a new phone. And this phone that's on your name, you gonna have to pay for it. Because nobody told you to turn my phone off. So, I don't know if I'm gonna leave that stuff in there. I don't know if I'm gonna leave the story about my mom in there. I brought that up because, y'all, I am going through a situation with my mom where she has basically excommunicated me out of her life. I'm dead to her. She took me off of her insurance, so she died. I can't get no money like from her insurance benefits. Turned my phone off. She's not talking to me anymore. We got the 8 of Fire card that came out, Insight. Because I'm feeling bad about telling this story. But they're saying insight. Like, yes, it's okay to give people insight into your life. Okay? It's okay to give people insight into your life when you're placed in a position of being a teacher. So, maybe I'll leave the story in there. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. You know, the black household, you don't talk about what's going on in-house. I say all that to say, this is one of the toughest times of my life, because I took a giant leap of faith before this happened, and quit my job, went full-time entrepreneurship. It seemed like things were going extremely well for me, and then when I quit my job, things slowed up. I don't know. I mean, I know what's going on. I know why, because I'm being tested right now, and my old ways of doing things are not going to work going forward. I used to work very well under pressure. And it's getting to a point where I don't have to be under pressure anymore. So I'm being taught to get out of survival mode. Learn how to have inner peace. Learn how to rest. You don't have to overwork yourself. That's why I said I got this pain in my side because I was trying to work in my bed, and the way I was laying / sitting, it was, I guess, not good for my side. I don't know. You know how when you sleep wrong? Because I was overworking. You don't have to overwork. It's like I'm getting my butt kicked. We didn't told you to stop overworking. We didn't told you to stop overanalyzing stuff. We didn't told you to stop feeling like you got to be 20 steps ahead all the time. You don't need to know the next step all the time. I am being tested. My faith is being tested. Don't ask us, my spirit team, don't ask us to do something for you, and you still over here making plan Bs in case we don't come through. How are we supposed to feel about that? You don't have faith that we're going to come through? I'm struggling right now with my logic and my spirituality because I want to be responsible. I have a son. I need to be responsible. Y'all talking about have faith in y'all. I need to have a backup plan. So I'm being shaken. Everything in my life is being shaken up right now. Like, you gonna listen to what we said. You're gonna rest assured. I did a video titled Rest Assured yesterday. You gonna rest assured that what we said was gonna happen is gonna happen. And we're gonna push you until the very last second. And it's gonna take a miracle for some things to happen, but you need to believe in miracles right now. I'm being put in a position where you need to believe in miracles. This is a whole new level of manifestation that I'm about to be a master alchemist in a minute. Like, I can't wait until I'm on the other side and I'm speaking from a space of the things actually happened. The miraculous things actually happened. Something big is about to happen for me. I can feel it. So it's a weird space to be in when you know something big is about to happen, and it's just going to take one interaction with somebody, one person seeing a certain post, one person sharing a certain post. It's going to be something that's going to happen overnight for me. Some miraculous thing is about to happen overnight for me, but I am being pushed in ways that I have not been pushed before. Mentally, my mental agility is being tested right now. But I'm not going to give up, even though I want to so bad sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, what is the point of this game of life? It just seems like a game and I'm tired of playing it. Sometimes I feel that way. But I have a son, and I would never ever do anything to put him in a bad position, and that includes quitting. I cannot quit. You cannot quit. I don't care if you have a child or not. You could be single and don't have a child and no connection to your family. So you may feel like I don't even have people to live for. You have to keep going. You have to keep living, okay? You cannot give up. No matter how bad things may get, you cannot give up. I'm not telling you that it's not okay to feel like it, because I don't like it when people tell me, don't talk don't talk about how you're upset and you want to give. You need to be able to express yourself. I'm not telling you not to express yourself. What I'm telling you is you can have a pity party, but don't stay there. I always say that. Go through the emotions you need to go through if you need to, because you need to get them out. You cannot bottle stuff up. You cannot hold stuff in. You cannot suppress. I always say that. If you suppress, you can't get it out. It has to come up. And yes, we're not supposed to speak negativity over our lives, but sometimes things have to come up through our mouth, okay? But we gotta rebuke it, okay? We gotta, I don't know, speak power back over yourself. But trying to hold everything in to come off positive, that can have an adverse effect. That can have an opposite effect. That can really, really make things a lot worse for you. So I do suggest expressing yourself. And if you can go to counseling, do it. If you can afford it, do it. It's not going to hurt you unless you go to somebody that just don't know what they're doing. Use your discernment. If you can't afford counseling, you need to see which way works good for you. Like I said, I'll cry. I got to get it out sometimes, okay? I will cry. I will throw a fit. I will go off on my spirit team sometime. What y'all got me doing? Y'all got me out here looking crazy. I didn't follow what y'all said do. I didn't cut off who y'all said to cut off. Why y'all got me out here looking crazy? Like I made them on this. I'll say all that. And after I throw my little fit, it's like I'm a new person again. I pick myself up. I feel better because I feel like my sinuses are better because I've cried and got it all out, and I move on to the next thing. What is on the schedule today? I need to do some readings. Okay, cool. I didn't cleanse my energy. I got that energy out, so it's not going to affect my readings. Cool. What I need to do, I need to write in my right part of my book today. Okay. I need to relax today. I'm still working on the relax part, okay? But I'm trying to do little things to help myself get there. Do I need to exercise today? Do I need to work on what I'm eating today? Like, I have a switch. I told y'all, like, it's funny because, like I said, I'm a Libra, but because people are like, don't put too much stock into your astrology signs. But my counselor picked up on how I do things in the extreme, and the Libra has a scale, okay? So I'm on one side or the next. So I can literally like throw a fit, have a pity party, cry, all that, and then be like, okay, I'm good. What are we about to do next? But like 2 minutes ago, I felt like I didn't want to be here on this planet no more. And now I'm like, okay, what I got planned for the day? So sometimes the answer is to go ahead and get it out, because you don't want to hold it in. And if I would have held in my sadness this morning and my frustration, I may have gone throughout the whole day feeling that way. Just go ahead and get it out. But when you get it out, then you have to decide, okay, I'm not about to let that rule my whole day. I got it out. It's done. It's over. I'm going to have a good day for the rest of the day. If I start to feel myself feeling sad again, I'm going to write in my manifestation journal. I'm going to write some positive things down. I'm going to write positive I am statements down. What can you do to help to bring yourself back to a good space mentally? Is it listening to classical music? I like to do that. Is it listening to ratchet music? Do that if you need to. Is it watching a certain TV show? I like to watch kids shows now. I watch cartoons with my son now. Getting me back into that inner child's space of everything is possible. So have some kind of coping mechanism for when you are feeling sad. I'm going to look back on all those times where I wrote in my journal, and I actually dated them. I usually don't date my journals, but since I've been dealing with higher amount of depression lately, I've been dating them. So I go through my crying and then I start manifesting in my manifestation journal, and I'm going to look back on all those entries for all those days, and it's going to be interesting to see which manifestations actually happened, okay? Which ones actually came through. Because at that time, you have to realize I'm feeling intense emotions at that time. So you can transmute those intense emotions and use it to manifest and to work for you. So now I'm putting so much energy into my journal as I'm writing these positive things. So if you can learn the art of transmutation of energy, one of the universal laws, if you don't learn nothing else, start with that one at least, because then the other ones can kind of fall into place. How can I turn my sadness, my pain into gain? Y'all don't even know. I don't even feel comfortable doing these videos. So I deal with eczema. I've been dealing with it since I was 16. You see there's right here I have a scar, and my neck. I've got on my neck and my chest. This is what my color is on my shoulder. And I've got eczema scars or hyperpigmentation from here to here. Now, the good news is it's smooth now, so I can work on the hyperpigmentation. So the inflammation is gone. I don't feel comfortable doing these videos looking at all of this hyperpigmentation. I'm like, people probably like, what is going on here? Like, especially if I'm wearing a shirt that shows my shoulder, they're like, what is going on? I have to keep going. And that's how I started my business. I started my business because I had eczema and extreme allergies, and I started making skincare products. I had to make my own products because I couldn't buy stuff from the store. Now, because I'm under a lot of stress right now, that is why I'm having all of these flare-ups. But the good thing is I know how to get rid of this. I've created products that can get rid of this. I'm going to record my journey of getting rid of all this hyperpigmentation, because I'm going to turn my pain into gain. And the suffering that I'm going through, because it's not just aesthetically suffering, it's painful. I told y'all I cried this morning. It literally hurts to cry because I have eczema around my eyes. And it stings. The salt water from here, it stings. It hurts. Your skin stings. It feels like it's on fire. It's itchy. It's painful. But I'm going to transmute that into not only helping myself, but helping other people that are going through this. And it has created a stream of income for me, because my level of eczema is extreme. Even doctors don't know what to do with it, okay? But I've been able to create products that, even though it may take longer for it to work for me, it works for somebody else instantly because they don't have such an extreme level, okay? That's how I got into essential oils, plants, herbs. That's why I know so much about those. I know so much about natural medicines and stuff. So I took that pain that I was going through and I transmuted it so that it could work for me. Not only am I smarter, more intelligent, I know more now. I'm able to help myself. I'm able to help other people. And sometimes you have to go through the fire to help other people. That's the part of being selfless that we have to. We all got to contribute to humanity, and hopefully in a good way. So that's my contribution. I suffer a lot with skin issues and stuff, but it's helped me to be able to help other people. Even if I don't necessarily benefit as much from the things that I create, other people benefit greatly for them. So that's an example of transmutation. So whatever you're going through, instead of giving up, figure out how you can make it work for you. But I'm not telling you not to feel your feelings. I'm not telling you not to feel your emotions. Feel it. Understand where it comes from so you can work on, how can I fix this? There are certain things I don't know if you ever heal from, but you get better at coping with it when it comes up. How can I better cope with pain that I'm feeling? But understand, if you are suffering a lot, if things have came to a halt for you, if things have slowed down, if people are betraying you left and right, There is a lesson in it. And I know that we get tired of hearing that. It's a lesson, it's a lesson, it's a lesson, it's a lesson. But it is. And sometimes we're overlooking the lesson, or we're refusing to learn it. So things just get to a point of where we're at rock bottom and we have no choice but to learn the lesson. You either gonna give up or you gonna learn the lesson. One of the two. I'm learning a very harsh lesson with stop trying to help people all the time. Stop overcompensating and helping people when they're not helping themselves and they're not helping you. They're not even helping you to help them. You're doing everything for them. Stop doing that. Because they're not going to appreciate it. If they haven't had to go through the work, they're not going to appreciate it because they don't even know the full amount of work it took. They don't know what all it took. You gave them a shortcut, or you did it for them, and you expect them to be able to appreciate you? Very few people have the ability to do that. Stop giving away all this information for free. I love to give free information and knowledge away. Stop doing that. People ain't going to appreciate it. Stop trying to take people with you to all the new levels you're going to. That's not going to work. They're not going to be able to handle all the success you have coming your way. They're going to be trying to sabotage you left and right. You are not going to as a matter of fact, since you don't want to cut these people off, we're not even going to give you entry into the next level until you done got rid of everybody. So now your progress has been slowed up because you're trying to take everybody with you. It don't matter who it is. If they not meant to go with you to the next level, then they not meant to go with you to the next level. We've all seen those stories of people that win the lottery and they win millions and millions, multiple millions of dollars, and they end up broke because they spend it all on their family and friends. Where are them family and friends at when they go broke, though? Can they help them get those millions back? So it could be a good thing that you're being withheld from going to the next level, because I think I said this in another video. They don't want you to squander it away by having the wrong people around you. And when you get rid of certain people, it doesn't necessarily have to be forever. You may be able to come back eventually, but they're not necessarily going to understand your value until you're gone. Unfortunately, people don't know what they have until it's gone sometimes. And they may never get it. They might die not getting it. And you have to be okay with that. They may never come to the conclusion that you were valuable to them. And you have to be okay with that and just move on. Yes, it might hurt, but you can't let it stop you. And pay attention to the people that come against you in your greatest time of need. And pay attention to the people that's there for you. Because I will say there's some people that have come through for me in this time right now. And I appreciate y'all so much. I will never, ever forget. Never. It's a lot of people I don't even want to talk to y'all right now. Like, y'all might be calling me. I ain't even answering because I don't want to talk to y'all. But it's some people that genuinely have been checking on me. Are you okay? How are you doing? How can I help you? I'm being taught to accept help from people that are genuine. That's a lesson I'm learning. Being open to receive. It's a lot easier to just open yourself up to it than to be resistant to it. Because if you're resistant to it, they're going to keep putting you in situations where you're going to need more and more and more help. So don't be like me, okay? Don't be like me. Open your heart to being able to receive. You don't have to be the giver all the time, because it's imbalanced. And you're going to end up with people that's betraying you left and right. Left and right. Because you're trying to be too giving. You need to be open to receiving. You need to know your worth and add tags. So if you feel like you've been betrayed, I'm talking about people that know you've been doing right by people. You know, you ain't been doing nothing shady. You haven't been hating on nobody. You haven't been acting out of malice. If you had to speak up for yourself, you did the right thing. Regardless of how they responded to you, you did the right thing, and you need to continue to. If you're going through a tough season right now, hang in there. A lot of the people that you see doing well, they've gone through some of the same things you're going through, or they're going through it now. One of my friends that does readings, I didn't even know. I got a reading on for my cousin. She was going through a custody situation with her child's father. He was acting a fool, and the legal system was helping him act a fool. And I got a reading from her about it for my cousin. I didn't even know she was going through the same thing. She was able to put what she was going through aside, not allow that to influence the information she gave me, but she was able to graciously give me that reading and give me encouragement and give my cousin encouragement for her situation. And she was going through the exact same situation and still is going through it right now. You could not tell. She speaks about it now, but at the time she wasn't speaking about it. So you never know what people are going through. So when we get up here and we tell y'all to hold on and we encourage y'all and we want y'all to hang in there, it's because we are human and we're going through some of the same stuff y'all are going through, or we might be going through it at a worse level than you are. We're not just talking just to be talking. The genuine people, we're not just talking just to be talking. We're not just pandering to people. We're not over here. I was about to use somebody as an example, but I'm not going to do that because we're not being messy, okay? But we're not them people that get on here and talk, and still, and we not living right. We're going through things too. And we're going to get through those things, and you're going to get through those things. So please, please do not give up. That's the message that I have. So y'all let me know if this resonated with y'all, because this was not an easy video, okay? It was not easy for me to do this video, and I would appreciate if I got some engagement, like, share, comment. You ain't got to tell us your business, but if it resonated, please like the video or something, because I kind of feel like I told y'all too much. But it's been on my heart for days to do it, and if something is on my heart for days, I gotta listen and I gotta do it. So please don't give up. This is Sierra, aka Capricorn Moon Goddess, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Toodles.